T3, January 2016. First 3 points have been plotted, so we're going to plot 21.9, 88.2, 43.7, 63.8, 76.5, and 99.3. We're asked to identify the student who may have taken an incorrect reading, and this one seems to be out. So that's the 63.8, so that is student 7. We're then asked to draw a line of best fit, which should go through as many as possible with equal above as below. Everybody's line of best fit will be slightly different, but we've been asked to use this to estimate what student 7 should have got, and according to mine, student 7 should have got 6.1. Filling in the answers then from the graph, it was student 7. Drawn my line of best fit, and I think they should have got 6.1. You might get a slightly different answer to this, that's why it's important that you show where you took your reading from on your line of best fit. So this is a quality of written communication question, and the word explain. Remember, when it says explain in maths, that means sums and words. So the exterior angle will be the 360 divided by 9, which is 40 degrees. Interior equals 180 minus 40, which equals 140 degrees. With parallel lines, we have a number of shapes that we're looking for. Alternate, the Z shape, corresponding, the F shape. If we start with Z, which I have here, I can see straight away that X is 37. If X is 37, and this angle is 104, then I can work out the size of this angle here. Be 180 minus 37 minus 104, which gives us 39 degrees. This whole angle is 39 plus 37. This angle is 78. We have a triangle here, so I can work out the size of this angle by doing 180. Take away the 78, take away the 39, take away the 37, which means the angle at the top is 26. And if we now consider just the red triangle, I can work out y by doing 180, take away 26, take away the 37, which gives me that y is 117. There may be other ways to calculate this. I can't do constructions on this app, but I'll talk you through how to answer this question. So we're at P, and we must draw in a north line on a bearing of 120 degrees. That means you use your protractor, measure an angle of 120 degrees. We're 30 kilometres from P, and 1 centimetre equals 4 kilometres. So if I do 30 divided by 4, I get 7.5 centimetres. So we want to measure 7.5 centimetres along this line, and we will get S. As I said, this is not how you would do this. You need to use a protractor, a ruler, and a pencil. To work out as a percentage, we write it as a fraction and multiply by 100, and this gives 75%. So John bought a new phone for £44 plus 17.5% VAT. Whose phone was the more expensive? So if we work out with John's, he paid £44 and 17.5%, so that's 44 times 1.175, which means that John paid £51.70. Mark paid £50.31. And what this means is that John's was more expensive. And if I work out the difference, it was £1.39. Factorising, we're looking for a number that goes into both 12 and 6, and that is 6. 6 times 2 gives 12, 6 times 1 gives 6. Common factor for y squared and y will be y. Y times y is y squared, y times minus 6 is minus 6y. And a common factor for b and b squared is b. B times 1 gives b, b times b, b squared. AC is twice the length of AB, so it's 2 times x plus 2, or 2x plus 4. The length of the remaining side is calculated by adding the lengths of the sides AB and AC together and subtracting 7. So 2x plus 4 plus x plus 2 subtracting 7. 2x plus x gives us 3x. 4x plus 2 is 6. Take away 7 is minus 1. Perimeter of the triangle is found by adding the three edges together. So that's x plus 2, the 2x plus 4, and the 3x minus 1. And that has to equal 20. X, 2x and 3x, which is 6x. 2 plus 4 is 6, take away 1 is 5, equals 20. So 6x equals 20, take away 5, which is 15. And x will be 15 divided by 6. 3 goes into 15 5 times and into 6 twice, which gives 2.5 centimetres. To work out the mean, if no devices, and there's 3 devices with nothing, then that is 0 times 3, which is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 6, 12. 3 times 4, 12. 4 times 5, 20. 5 times 2 is 10, and 6 times 3 is 18. Adding those together, we get 77. And if we add together all of the frequencies, 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3, which is 28, then my mean will be 77 divided by 28, which is 2.75. Okay, whose value should give a better estimate? Well, Paula's is going to give a better estimate. And the first reason why is Paula has surveyed a greater number of people. With 100, Joanne only 28. The second reason is Paula will have a wider age range. As more than pupils use the leisure centre. Two ninths divided by 4. We're dividing by fractions. Change the 4 into top heavy fraction, which is 4 over 1, is the same as 2 ninths multiplied by 1/4. I'm going to cancel here. 2 goes into 2 once and into 4 twice, which leaves me with 1 times 1 over 2 times 9, which is 1/18. Alternatively, I could have done 2 ninths times 1/4 is 2 over 36, and at this stage cancelled, but either way I would have got 1/18. Frequency polygon, we place an X at the midpoint. So midpoint of 0 to 5 is 2.5, and the frequency of 2.5 is 2. 5 to 10, midpoint is 7.5, and we have 11. 10 to 15, and we have 25. 15 to 20, and we have 18. 20 to 25 is 13. And finally 25 to 30 is 11. Last thing you need to do is join each point to the next with a ruler and a straight line. Can't do that in the app, but then just follow this in the exam. To find the median, the first thing we have to do is add together all of the frequencies, and there are 80. That means we are looking for the 40th grouping. 2 plus 11 plus 25 gives us 38. That means the 40th person must be in the 4th group, which is 15 to 20. So all luggage is charged at £20 per suitcase. A suitcase weighing over 20 kilograms has an additional charge of £7.50. How much money is charged for all the luggage on this flight? There are 56 suitcases which weigh less than 20 kilograms, and at £20 per suitcase, that is 1,120. That means that there are 24 suitcases which are charged at £27.50. The £20 plus the additional £7.50. So 24 times £27.50 is 660. So altogether 1,780. Two numbers that are the square root of 25 are plus 5 and minus 5. When dealing with fractions, we need a common denominator, and the common denominator is going to be 35. So we need 7 35s to make 1/5, and we need 5 35s to make 1/7. 7 take away 5 is 2.